Show you guys how I designed this wedding program in CorelDRAW. So if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. Without any further ado, let's jump straight to CorelDRAW. Welcome back to CorelDRAW, guys. So the first thing we're going to do is change our paper size, and the size we'll be making use of is A3 to A4. All right, that is when you bring an A3 paper, when you fold it, it gives you A3 to A4. Do you understand? Now, don't worry, you're going to understand. Now, the next thing we're going to do now is lay our pages. Over here, guys, this is the color mode we're going to make use of. All right, this is the color of the day. So, what we're going to do now is come over to our property bar over here. All right, this is our property bar, and select these letters you're seeing here. Once you select that, you come over to this and select A3. Now let's keep this color to this place, and the next thing we're going to do is click on this empty space over here. Now you will see over here, you will see we have the orientation, which is landscape, which says turn the landscape orientation off or on. So when we turn it off, when we turn it on, it will change to landscape. Now the next thing we're going to do is come over to our property bar. This is your your tools bar. Then locate your rectangle tool. All right, this one you're seeing here, the rectangle tool. Once you locate it, double click on it, it will bring itself to this port. Now the next thing you're going to do is we're going to demarcate this page into. I've done this countless times, but for those who are joining us for the first time, I'm going to do this for them to understand. Now I'm going to just drag this to this center. All right, once I leave it, I'm going to hold Control on my keyboard. Control key on my keyboard. For the big boys, you can use your command key. For those of you who are using Mac, you can use command key on your keyboard. Now hold Control or command key, select this midpoint. This one you're seeing here, this one you're seeing is called midpoint. All right, this one you're seeing, it's called midpoint. So once you select it, hold Control, flip it this way. All right, then right click immediately. So you have your back page and you have your front page. Now this is what you're going to have, guys. So basically I'm going to lay our margin. What we call margin in CorelDRAW is where you're going to get a demarcation for where the designs will be, and also in case of any cutouts, in case you're trimming it, nothing goes into the details. All right, so you don't cut out your details. So now what we're going to do is come over to a rectangle tool, draw this way, and we're going to leave that to that. So over here, guys, I'm going to come over to this, and let's just click on this empty space you're seeing, this empty space. So this is the empty space I'm talking about. So click over here. So once you click on that, come over to this drawing units, all right. So once you come over there, what you're going to do is select inches. All right, so once you select inches, select this box we created, then come over to this one you're seeing here. All right, this place that we have the page dimension, then change it to 0.6 by 0.6. all right, so somebody will still ask me, why am I using 0.6? So the reason is because let me use 0.6 by 0.6. Now the reason is because of the inner pages is not that much, so we're going to use 0.6 by 0.6. So I'm going to hold Shift on my keyboard, then select this. Once you select this one, right, also select, well, after holding your Shift, you select this white box you're seeing here, right? Remember, we created this and this. Do you understand? So once you select this one, this box you're seeing here, also hold your Shift and select this box, right? Now what you're going to do is select this box, like I said, hold Shift, then select this box. Now press letter T on your keyboard to take it to the top, then press on your keyboard letter L for lizard, L for lizard. Now once you press it, it will take it to the left. We have left for L, T for top, B for bottom, C for center. All right, now what you're going to do is come over to this place and drag out your ruler. All right, sorry for the glitch. Now you're going to Just hold on for this to load. Now come over to this and drag out your ruler, and your ruler is located at the vertical and horizontal part of your CorelDRAW workspace. Now I'm going to select this one again, just as we did. Select, hold shift, press and press letter B to bring it to the bottom. Then drag your ruler from here. Then do the same to this. All right, just same thing we did. Press letter R to take it to the right. Then somebody said this thing doesn't work for him. I don't know why, but maybe you're doing it in the wrong way. Now you can drag this way. Hold on, sorry for the glitch. All right, so we're going to drag this one this way. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All right, so basically this thing is loading, so please let's wait for this. I think I need a new laptop, so we're going to bring this one, then take it to the right using letter R. Just the same thing we did earlier, guys. Now I'm going to delete this one, and this is what we're going to have. So we're going to bring another one and bring it to this center. Now after doing that, highlight everything. Now you can see, if you look closely, you will see that we have a black outline over here. We call it a black outline or a stroke. So to remove that, come over to this part. Look at your screen. Please stop looking at me. Now once you do that, right click on this to take it out. So the next thing you're going to do is import your images for this tutorial. So to do that, come over to File, locate File on your menu bar. All right, then you locate Imports. You can see Imports. All right, so once you select Imports, once you select import, the shortcut is Ctrl+I. Basically this is the video we did the last time, so come over to this and select wedding. All right, now I'm going to highlight everything this way. Once I highlight everything, these are all the images we're going to make use of. Now some of you ask me how I get my background that fits in my design. All right, I will explain to you. Now you can see this is an image. All right, this is the image we're going to use for the front cover. All right, so for this one, the background I'm going to make use of, when you come over to Pinterest, make sure you have an internet connection. When you come over to pinterest.com, right, you will see this search. You will see this search bar you're seeing here. All right, you will see the search bar. Once you see the search bar, go and type dry grass background. Now these are the options you're going to see. Now if you come over to this first option you're seeing here, this one, all right, once you come over to this first option, click on it, you will see other options. All right, so you can see this one is the one I downloaded, this particular one. You can see it. So if I come over to CorelDRAW, you can see it over here, right? You can see. So you can see different background over here. You can get different backgrounds from this website. All right, so don't worry, another video is coming up on how to get background. I'll share the websites with you guys, but mostly I use Pinterest and other websites also. So I'm going to share those websites with you in the next video. All right, so basically this is how to do it. So once you come over to this, you can see this. Right click, select, you can save image. All right, now let's go back to our design. Now this is what we're going to do now. We're going to bring in this background. All right, I'm going to bring in this background and scale it up this way. So once I scale it up this way, I'm going to select my transparency tool. You can see the edges over here is kind of it's too sharp, so I'm going to use this to fade it out. Remember I told you guys transparency tool is used to either reveal or hide. I know some of you have eaten a bar and forgotten. Now I'm going to right click and select power clip inside, then place it into this frame. Now you can see the reason why we created the box. Without the box you cannot power clip. Do you understand? Now I'm going to bring in this background, this image. Now this is the image I want to use for the front cover. The bride and the groom brought different option. You can see, all right. So me particular, I wanted this, but the man was the groom is kind of hidden. So I don't want it to look as if auntie no one show her husband. You understand? So I looked at this and it wasn't giving me the vibe I want. So this looks so, exciting and, loving and all that. So basically, I'm going to scale this up this way. So I don't want auntie's shoe to show. So I'm going to scale this up basically. So once I do that, I'm going to scale it up again. So once I scale it up that much, I'm going to leave that to that. Right click, select power clip, place it inside. Now while we power clipping, let me explain, right? You can see this stuff, they are all outside. So you cannot leave it this way, right? Everything will scatter. So I'm going to right click and select power clip inside. So you're right clicking on this image, not on any other thing. All right. You won't want to eat a bar and you're putting your hand inside beans. So beans will not give you a bar. So you have to right click on the image, select power clip. Then once you select power clip, you will see this arrow will come up. So basically place it inside this box and this is what you're going to have. So you can see the reason why we're power clipping inside this thing. Do you understand? So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to bring in our text for this tutorial. So to do that, come over to this and select the wedding. I actually titled this the wedding. Do you understand? They didn't give me anything, so I titled it the wedding. So as we go on, I will explain to you. Now I'm going to cut this. All right, paste it over here. All right, the font we'll be making use of this is called Walterosse. Walterosses. Do you understand? That's the font. I'm going to put the names of the font for you guys in the down description below, the names. All right, so basically what we're going to do now is we're going to break this apart using Ctrl+K on your keyboard, Ctrl+K on your keyboard, or Command K. So I'm going to place this one over here. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select my shape tool over here. This is your shape tool. As you can see, look at this place. So this is your shape tool. Now what you're going to do is once you select your shape tool, you're going to drag this way and just to reduce the spacing. All right, now once you're done, you're going to scale this up this way. All right, so once you scale it up, this is what you're going to have. So basically guys, you can see why we created the margin. So this should be on the margin. All right, so I'm going to bring in this one. I'm going to bring down this one this way and scale this up a bit. All right, so I'm going to scale this one up a bit, and once I do that, this is what you're going to have. So I'm going to bring in this color code we're going to make use of and select my eyedropper tool. This is your eyedropper tool. Look at this part. This is your eyedropper tool. All right, then once you use your eyedropper tool, copy the color from here. All right, place it here and place it here. So the next thing you're going to do is I'm going to select my rectangle tool and draw a box just here. And once I do that, I'm going to give it same color. And this is what so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically reduce this one, right, to make it smaller. So what we're going to do now is we're going to zoom out and as you can see how small that is. So I'm going to come over to this and copy this this text. Then I'm going to come over to my text tool over here and paste this way. Then use Ctrl V to paste. Remember, we use Ctrl C to copy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one this way, paste it just right here. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to cut this one, Ctrl X. All right. Remember, I want you guys to understand how to place text. I don't just want to, copy it from the one I've done before and just place it for you guys. Do you understand? Doesn't make sense. You have to understand. Now, I'm going to use Ctrl K to break this apart this way. So when you break apart, everything remains single, right? So I'm going to shorten this one by deleting the M bar. Then use Shift F3 or you come over to your text, then select change case. You can see change case. All right, look at your screen and stop looking at me, right? This is change case. All right, so once you go to change case, you will see uppercase. Then select uppercase, then bring it this way and drag this one down to get same 2025. All right, so you can scale the 2025 this way. All right, then you can basically delete this one. So once you delete it, bring in this one. This is 6th September 2025. That is when this wedding was done. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is bring in this guy. Once you bring in this guy, but I think I need to make it smaller again, and I need to make this one very small again. All right, I think that is fine. That is fine. That is fine. Now that's what I want, guys. So I'm going to delete this one and bring this guy over here. All right, so I'm going to reduce this one. So once I reduce it, make sure it's aligned to this 25205. Make sure it is aligned properly. All right, so once you do that, what you're going to do next is you're going to bring in the 2 p.m, place it over here, change it to uppercase, shift F3, or you can go to your text and do that. Now I'm going to basically reduce this one, place it just right here. All right, so once I do that, I'm going to use my shape tool. This is your shape tool over here. All right, so this is your shape tool. So once you click on your shape tool, you can basically reduce this or increase the spacing this way. So I'm going to increase on my own end. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in this text. This is the address. All right, so I'm going to come over to this and put my cursor and press enter and press enter. Then for the event over here, I'm going to cut it on the event. All right, so let's cut it from here and cut it from here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to place this one over here and come over to your alignment, and this is your alignment over here. You can see this is your alignment. All right, so once you click on this, you can use right alignment. So you've taken it to the right. So the next thing we're going to do is place it here, same as we did today, 2 p.m. Select your shape tool and drag this over here just to increase the spacing. All right, so once you do that, I just need a space in between those texts to make it look more unique and professional. Do you understand? So bring in this one and basically place it just right here, and this is what you're going to have. So for this one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one to be different, basically because I need more space. Right, to make it cool and unique. All right, so this is what you are going to have, guys. So the next thing we're going to do is highlight this, scale it up a bit, and this is what we are going to have. All right, this is what we're going to have. So let's scale it up more, and for this one, I'm going to scale this up. Love is in the air, right? I will explain to you, these are not sent to me by the client. I actually got this stuff on my head, right, to make it unique. So I'm going to explain to you how I get all these things, right? So I'm going to put the cursor here, break this apart, use Ctrl+K to break this apart, then change this to uppercase, shift F3 on your keyboard, or you can go to your text, like I said, change case, shift F3. Now I'm going to scale this one up, bring this one, shift F3 on your keyboard to make it to uppercase. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this one, right? Select this one over here. Then I just want the love to be as big as that. Yeah, because we're celebrating love. All right. Now I'm going to use this and group it, Ctrl+G to group. Now let's zoom out and see something. I'm going to basically, as you can see the way this thing is, right? Look at this place, look at this place, look at this place. Don't stop looking at another place, right? This is where our focus is on. You can see this 4 black nodes you're seeing here. Click on this again, it will change to a rotational anchor point. So once you do that, hold Control to get a perfect rotation, flip it this way. All right, so once you do that, for the big boys you can use your command key. All right, and basically put this here. Now you can see the reason why we created the rulers for the alignment. Do you understand? The rulers is where you get your alignment to place everything, every bit of everything you're doing to get a perfect alignment. So you can see now the next thing you're going to do is look at this. You can see from the love letter E to this 6, they are not aligned together. Let me draw a good line so you understand what I mean. It might be aligned, but you have to make it align properly. My hand is not straight, but you understand what I mean. Now the next thing you're going to do is hold shift, then hold shift and select the number 6 September to remember what we did earlier. Press letter T on your keyboard to bring this one. So if you bring a ruler here now, let me use the line for example, you can see they are properly aligned together. Shogbo, do you understand? If you like, don't understand. And mind you, if you're not understanding anything, please go and watch my beginners class, or that means you're not subscribed to my channel. Now the next thing we're going to do is basically this text you're seeing here, right, is a customized name from the client. So basically I'm going to just place it here, copy it and place it just right here. Do you understand? The client sent it, as you can see over here. Sent it is a customized font, so you can customize your own font or use any font to write the couple's name over here. All right, so just place it the way you want it. So I want this one to be more big, to be elaborate, if I'm right, if the English is right, elaborate. Now we're done with the front cover. For now we're going into the back page. Now for the back page, I'm going to bring in this guy, scale it up this way. All right, so once I scale it up this way, I'm going to remember the edges are very sharp. So to blend it to the background, select transparency 2. Look at your transparency 2 over here. Transparency 2 over here. Now if you select your transparency 2, I told you guys transparency 2 is either to use to review or hide. So you're going to drag this up here, all right, to blend this to this background. So I'm going to right click and select. Now somebody is telling me that he doesn't understand how to power clip. Now if you're power clipping, right, you should select the subject you're power clipping. Now select the background, right click, select power clip, then this arrow will come up, place it in the box we created earlier to get this particular to get that particular shape. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this background. So let me import this image. Let me import the second image, this one. All right, so I'm going to place it just right here. So I'm going to scale this one up this way and scale it up the more. So we're going to leave it to this, cut it, go into the frame by right clicking and select power clip, place it into this frame, then go to your bitmap, select mode, select grayscale. So go to your bitmap again, select convert to bitmap, convert it to bitmap using RGB, then click on OK. And the next thing you're going to do is select your transparency 2. So over here is your transparency 2, remember. So once you select your transparency 2, you basically hold Control key, or you can draw manually this way. I told you guys transparency is used to review or hide. So we're going to hide this to review the upper part, hide this side to review the upper part, right? So I'm going to take this one up a bit and let's leave that to that. So you can scale this one down a bit and leave this to how it is. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to select my transparency 2, then we're going to select this node you're seeing here, the white one, then we can hide this particular place just the way it is, just to blend to the background. Then you can click on finish and that is what you are going to have. Now the next thing you're going to do is bring in this image, place it just right here as if it is sitting. We're going to make them stand on that bush part, right? We're going to make them stand there, right? So we're going to place this one here and bring this guy over here, right? Now we're going to create a shadow to this. We're going to create a shadow so they are standing on it. Now I'm going to bring in my ellipse to draw this way and give it a black color. Now come over to this, you can see this place. All right, once you click on it, it will give you your color fill. Now this is your edit fill. Now come to your color viewer, select your color model to RGB, then drag this one down here, and you can click on OK. Now go to your effects on your menu bar, select your blur, select Gaussian blur. Now you can use my settings to 77.0 pixels, then click on OK, and you can go to bitmap, select convert to bitmap. Now why am I converting to bitmap? I'm converting because if you cannot apply another effect to this without converting to bitmap, sure. Now you're going to click on OK and drag this down here. Now place it just underneath this. You can see we have applied a shadow. So there are better ways to do this, so you can do it your own way. This is my own way. Now once you do that, bring another one here. All right, now select the couple and press shift page up to bring it forward. Now this is what you are going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is convert this to bitmap. All right, so once you convert it to bitmap, that's the image, right? Then select your shadow tool. This is your shadow tool over here. Then convert to your presets and select your perspective button left this way. Now if you do that, you're going to increase this. Let me go down a bit. So you're going to increase this to get this, right? Then break it apart using Ctrl+K. I know somebody is confused, right? But pay attention. You're breaking this apart, so to enable you drag this guy up here. Now why am I bringing the shadow to the front? Is because the light is coming behind the couples. The sun is coming from here, right, behind them. So the shadow should be somewhere here, right? Now I'm going to right click and select power clip to power clip the shadow inside, right? So we have a good cutout. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our ellipse to draw a cycle over here, give it a white color. Now if you give it a white color, so this is what you're going to have. So I'm going to select this image and press page up on your keyboard, then select this image, sorry, the cycle, select transparency 2, then you can decrease this way. All right, now this is what you're going to have. So I'm going to copy this text. In your arms I found my forever. So I'm going to select my text, use Ctrl V to paste it. Then I'm going to scale this way, Ctrl K to break it apart, give it a white color. I'll just leave that to be white. All right, so you have to know how to blend colors together to give you a perfect design. All right, so I'm going to give this one also a white color. Don't bother yourself if it doesn't have to show that much, right? So for this one, I'm going to cut this, bring this one and type Vivian Emmanuel, right? So I'm going to break this one. I'm going to bring this one here, right? Use my shape tool to drag this one. I told you guys you can use it to reduce spacing. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Ctrl E to align it to the middle, central alignment, then place it just right here. All right, then I'm going to bring this one and put and reduce it, right, then place it just right here, and you can leave that to that. So that is what we're going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to come over to this, right, copy these codes. Now how did I get these codes? Somebody will ask me. If you come to ChatGPT, right, that's when you make use of your ChatGPT, right? You can say write me a wedding quote, right? Now you can see some nice quotes, right? You can see some nice quotes, or you can see write me a love quote for couple. So you can see love is about finding love, someone, blah 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 blah. So you can copy it and go and do what you want to do with it. So that's where I got this. So for those of you asking, I'm going to just place this one here right now. Then I'm going to change this to 10. let's say font 7, sorry. I'm going to give it this color. So once I give it this color, I'm going to basically change the font to Times New Roman, and we're going to just change the alignment to left alignment. Then I'm going to leave that to that. Just get the quote, nice quote, and place it for them there. So the next thing we're going to do, or the last thing we have to do now, is bring in your QR code. All right. So this QR code, you can actually generate it. So this one have expired actually, but if you want to generate something that when they scan it, they will get this program. Do you understand? So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to give this color, right? Then I'm going to come over to my edit field, this one, and I'm come over to my color viewer and drag this one to the lightest one, lightest, like when I mean lightest, right? The lightest, to blend with the color code of the day or color of the day. Do you understand? Then give it this color. And for this one, this background you're seeing here, I would like to, this background, I would like to blend it with this. So go to Effects, go to Adjust, select Image Adjustment Lab, right? So you can see this is the color of the day. So let me reset so you see this is the before, and you can blend it to get the color of the day, right? Add a bit of gray to the tints, then click on OK, and boom guys, this is how we designed this wedding program in CorelDRAW. If you have any question, you can drop me a comment in the comment section below, and see you guys in my next video.